All right, good morning. Today we're talking about function compositions. We have two different equations. We have f of x equals negative 3x squared plus 6, and I just made that up. And then another equation, g of x equals 2x plus 3. I wanted to make sure one of them was quadratic and one of them was linear. Okay, so let's say we asked for g of x, g of f of x. So we have to remember what that means, that we're starting with g. So g of f of x, and it goes in that order. So notice g is outside and f of x is inside. So what f of x equals, negative 3x squared, goes into the g function. So this negative 3x squared plus 6 replaces the x in the g function. So if we look, the g function is 2 times something plus 3. And now that something, I gotta write really small, is negative 3x squared plus 6, right? And so we're distributing the two. Whatever math you're given, that's what you're gonna do. So in this case, we have 2 times negative 3x squared, so that's negative 6x squared. 2 times 6, that's positive 12. And then there's that plus 3 on the outside. And now I do 12 plus 3, that's positive 15. And my negative 6x squared comes down. So g of f of x equals negative 6x squared plus 15. Okay, and now that was the order because that was given. Sometimes we're going the other order, f of g of x. So keeping that in mind, right, we have f of g of x. And now notice what's on the inside but g of x. So g of x equals 2x plus 3. So that's what goes on the inside, 2x plus 3. And that's how I know I'm substituting 2x plus 3 into the f function. So I'm going to write everything that's around there, right? I have my negative 3 parentheses squared. I'm going to need a little bit more room than just an x, so I'm going to open that up a little bit further. Squared plus 6. And this is a big problem. I do need a lot more room than I'm allowing myself. And what is this that goes in for x? Well, 2x plus 3 gets replaced there. So that 2x plus 3 goes there. So now my 2x plus 3 squared, I'm going to do that on the side over here. So it's almost like your scrap work. 2x plus 3 squared is 2x plus 3 times 2x plus 3. So FOIL, box method, whatever you like, right? 2x times 2x, that's 4x squared. 2x times 3, that's 6x. 3 times 2x, that's 6x. 3 times 3, that's 9. And now I have middle terms that are alike, so I need to combine them. 6 plus 6 is 12x plus 9. So this whole thing replaces that parenthesis part. Okay, I'm going to bring it down a little bit so you can see the screen a little bit more. So I have still negative 3, and I'm going to use the other color since there's a lot of blue. So I have negative 3 times 4x squared plus 12x plus 9, and that plus 6 is still out there. And now I'll use the black, distribute the negative 3 to all 3, and you get negative 12x squared, almost done, minus, because the negative times a positive, 3 times 12x is 36x. Negative 3 times negative 9 is negative 27. And I don't have much room, but I have a plus 6 here. If this were not my kitchen wall and maybe the whiteboard, I'd write it. But I'm not writing on my wall. So the only thing I have left to do is negative 27 plus that 6. So I have negative 12x squared minus 36x minus negative 27 plus 6 is negative 21, and that is the answer. Okay, so notice, like, it's not, you're not going to get just a number, right? These are both polynomials. You'll still get polynomials. And then I wanted to kind of show you a different one. Let's say we have g of x. So just go in order. That's g of x, right? So what's g of x? Oh, that's 2x plus 3. Up there, 2x plus 3. So I'm going to place 2x plus 3 in for g. Oh, and then what's g? So it's using its own equation. You can do that too. So that's 2 times what plus 3. And because 2x plus 3 is what I'm inputting, then I input that there. Sorry, I didn't show you that. So I have 2x plus 3. That goes in for my x, and I have 2. This is an equal sign. Equals 2 times 2x plus 3 plus 3. So then I distribute. I get 4x plus 6 plus 3. Combine like terms. And that's 4x plus 9. So just to show you, it's not always using both functions. Sometimes you're going to use double the same function, g of x, and all these different stuff.